Well, yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, the feeling absolutely never gets old. So I'm so proud of the guys and everything they did all season long. Yeah, the what we went through with our lineups and our roster, and even with pretty much a brand new team at the beginning of the year, losing 3 starters along the way and changing guys' positions, and it seemed like every Monday there was something new. These guys handled it so well, and I'm so proud of them. Before I go too much further, I want to slow down and talk about Ohio State for a second as a university, because this was incredible. The attention to detail. Not only do they have world-class facilities, but they used them all for us, and they tried really hard to make this experience really, really special. So to the NCAA and to the ABCA and to Ohio State, good job making it feel as special as you possibly could for these athletes. I really, really appreciate it. And to Ohio State, I mean, obviously they know how to do this and they're used to it, and they got a million people to help, but they all did it with a smile, everybody you saw, and the answer was always yes if you needed something. So great job. As far as the tournament, incredible brand of volleyball played, especially in the semifinals and final, by all 4 teams. Incredible. The level and what's going on in the college game right now is very physical, very impressive, high volleyball IQ, high octane volleyball by all 4 teams, and I thought it was very impressive. So yeah, I couldn't be happier for our guys, what they went through. I couldn't be happier for Long Beach State, the university, our athletic department, our entire community, and the people at home, the Long Beach Nation, the absolute greatest fans in America.
Question for all the student athletes to start off with, Vanellope's from off the block. You all had to sacrifice a lot, miles and miles halfway across the world from your family. What does this feel like right now, just knowing all your sacrifices to get this trophy?
Gotta go for it, man.
Yeah, it feels great. I was privileged to have my entire family here plus extra, and it was comforting to see them, especially in the first and third set, when I see them behind the UCLA servers and knowing that how much support they want or have for me, and I know that they almost want to win it more than I do, and it was an unbelievable feeling going over to them and seeing them after we won. I just so much gratitude, and I can't even put it into words how happy I was to celebrate with them, for sure.
Moni, I want to ask you, second game, you're down by 2, back-to-back aces. Kind of take us through your mindset at the service line right there. Was there anything you were seeing with UCLA that you were able to exploit?
I didn't see anything, man. I just threw the ball, and I knew that nobody can pass my serve when I need a serve, I'm the one that's gonna get us there. The team just put so much love in me, filled me with everything that I needed to have that confidence. And Coach Allen and everybody, they just trusted me. And I told Coach, put me on a serve, third set, beginning of third set. I let him down on that serve, Coach, that's on me. But just the trust that these coaches put in me, man, it made me feel like the best player in the world, and I love them to death.
And then Alex, I want to ask you, offensively, the first set, you all hit almost 700. What were you able to do in that set to be so successful offensively?
I mean, with a setter like that one,
it's
it's kind of impossible not to hit so good. You have every ball perfect, and you have all the options ahead of you.
Let's give some credit to Kenneth, man. He's being generous right now, but he's a guy that he had a lot of weight on himself. He wasn't a starter at the beginning of the year, and then when we needed him the most, he really came out and he showed us what he's capable of. So I'm super proud of him.
Stepped into some big shoes to fill after Sodi got hurt and filled them right up. It was good.
It's Eli Kino from Long Beach and the 560.org. Moni and Sky just kind of stole my question for you, Alex. You go from not being involved as much to national champion and being involved as involved as you can be. What was that process like, and what does it feel like to now be as involved as you were and to be able to hold up that trophy in a championship game like this?
I always had to be ready, and I was waiting for an opportunity, and I took it. That's all I'm going to say right now. It was unfortunate that Sodi got hurt, but I was just being ready, and I'm so grateful that Coach Allen gave me an opportunity.
One thing I want to say about that, when Sodi went down, Sebasani did a great job also, and Alex was dealing with some things that, trying to get healthy, and it was just really good fortune that we had the ability we had both of them for half a year kind of each, but it takes. I want to give a lot of credit to a couple of people, and first of all, my staff. First of all, just dialed. They're dialed. And when I say that, I don't mean just about helping with statistical and tactical stuff. I mean, what goes into our culture to build our guys, to prepare our guys, to keep making contacts with guys, to watch a video with guys and extra reps with guys, and meaning the guys that aren't getting all the reps and aren't starting, and bringing them along and keeping them, believing that they can do this, they're going to get their chance. And when we needed it, and we've never needed this much, we've never had to go this far down the depth chart to be successful. I don't think anyone will ever grasp the amount of work that goes in, and that's from our strength and conditioning coaches to our unbelievable training staff, and all the people who support us academically. Because we've been on the road, it's like a concert tour the last couple of weeks, and we've needed every piece of our support group, and everybody stepped up. It was really impressive. And the last piece to that is, our guys are fairly humble, and they don't want to step up and say a whole lot, but they want to try to defer. But what we saw this year at the end of the season, especially for the last month, is one of the most impressive things I've seen in college volleyball, and I've been doing this, since I had hair and it was black. So it's really impressive to me.
Moni, I asked you yesterday about your emotions going into the game. You told me, I don't really want to say too much until after the match. You, of course, get the last kill. I see you hugging your family. I see you signing autographs. What are those emotions going through your mind?
Man, it was just such a relief. I wanted this win more than anything else, and I'm so glad that I shared these emotions with coaches and just the whole team. And it was the first time actually I started crying tears of joy. So it truly meant so much to me, and I've never felt happier right now.
And then last one for Sky. Last year the confetti was falling, but it was on the opposite end. To now be on this end of it with your family here, what was that like to kind of give revenge then?
It was great. We have this here, and I'm happy to have it.
John McCarty from Volleyball Mag. First of all, congratulations to all of you on winning the national championship. Coach, you have a lot of praise for Ohio State and the way they've run this tournament. What can you say about the coverage overall for the season and then this tournament, the NCAA, ESPN, how they've covered this one?
That's a loaded question. I honestly don't know the coverage here because I haven't watched any of it. I don't know, but I'm gonna defer that one to maybe some conversations at another time. I want to stay really positive on what happened and where men's volleyball is going right now as a sport. I know there's been some talk out there about men's volleyball and all the house settlement stuff, and men's volleyball is blowing up the grassroots. They're adding states after states with new men's volleyball. It's in a great spot. We just need some leadership at the top levels that don't try to keep the lid on it. If you go watch worldwide, men's volleyball is like the NBA all over the world, and it doesn't need to be held back. It needs to be propped up, and there's some schools doing that. Long Beach State's definitely one of those, and I can't thank our administration, our president enough. Watching what UCLA does, watching a lot of the schools, watching even what Hawaii does, as a football school and what they put into it. It can be done. It's you got to have a solution-based mindset, and we need more of that. But as far as dinging things that could be better, let me just enjoy this, and I'll talk to you on your podcast.
Moni, you have a message to your brother after winning this one, and now you've got the one up over him?
No, it's not a one up. It's just a win right now. Like I know he was watching. I called him like a couple hours before the game, and he just told me that we were the better team, and I felt like we were. There wasn't a time in the game where I felt like they were outplaying us, or we were just so prepped, and the coach he put us in, and we know exactly what to expect. But yeah, if he sees this, Alex, I love you, man.
Hey, one thing we said since I got to coach both of them, I guarantee you there's no animosity. I guarantee you Alex is fired up right now for his brother.
I don't doubt that, Coach. You say a lot about the growth of this sport, and a lot of it is thanks to the man sitting next to you. What can you say about him as a player, and being able to coach him this season?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I think there's two parallels that are going on here. There's been the story of our team, of this amazing group of guys who committed to being so resilient and all in to everything we did, the whole group. And if you separate Moni from that, I'm so proud of that whole the group, what they did. But if you add up all the pieces of what happened this season, from the talent to just the maturity at his age to be able to handle what was going on, it's the most impactful season by one player that's happened in NCAA volleyball history, in my opinion.
I also want to say, if I could, all the spotlight that I've gotten throughout the season, I would all give it to my team. They deserve it as much as I do, and I'm happy that the game is growing. But I don't want this to be like a one-man thing. Not at all. Like completely the opposite. This team deserves it as much as I do.
Coach, final question from me. Had an opportunity to watch the match, also watched your bench. They were as fired up as anyone. Can you just talk about the bench and just what they meant for you all this season?
Well, I think that the energy in the pyramid is unmatched, and when you go on the road and you play in a neutral site, you got to create your own energy. There's nothing for our guys to celebrate, though, if the guys around the court weren't making great plays. But it shows you the brotherhood of our culture. And those guys are all in, and they did a huge job. They played a huge part in the success, every single guy that has a uniform. So, I don't know. I try not to watch too much of it, to be honest with you. I can hear it. But, it's just for the love of their program and their teammate and how much they want Long Beach State to be successful. So I hope they had the time of their life.